Just chatting Morecambe there, Anthony. Just chatting with the big fella.
Morecambe, just seeing the opinion on the place. Great little town.
That's the thing, Joe. I mean, just talking before we started this. So the training base has been in Morecambe. We know obviously Tyson and the Furies, they train there next to it's part of the football ground, isn't it? But Andy was doing a bit with you in Ireland. So talk us through how it's all going.
The last camp, the first camp I had of Andy was in Ireland, and then we moved over to Morecambe, and I think Andy felt it was important for me to be around Tyson and to feed off his energy and just him being the champion and everyone in Morecambe. So I think with the second camp, we were going to look at Ireland, but it was quite hard to get back with visa issues and that. So we based ourselves in Morecambe, and I feel it was a great decision. Just the environment that we're in, the fighters that are there, we're all working together to push each other and help each other. And obviously we've got Tyson there working with us as well. So Andy and I have a longer time for this camp. The last camp was a short 5-week camp to get to know each other, meet him for the first time, work on different things and try to strip me from all the things I was doing before and add this and add that. So I feel with this longer time, I've had more time to adjust and actually understand what he's trying to teach me and practice it a lot more. And that's why I have the confidence that I can put on a better performance in the first fight.
I think, Joe, everyone knows what a great boxing mind Andy has, some of the great teachers who he's learned from. You feel like you've had more time to learn from that? Andy mentioned it in detail in the press conference, how you're understanding what he's trying to get you to do. But also, does it help the fact that obviously being around Tyson, I'm sure does help, but you're in a busy gym there, even to the point of, Tommy Fury's got a big fight coming up, and it's everyone bouncing off each other. Tyson stayed in the gym. Sort of that friendly competition, do you find that's helped?
I found it's very helpful. Everyone bouncing off each other and feeding off each other's energy, and everyone just working extremely hard to prepare for our fights. Like you said, you got Tommy, Tyson, you got David Naika, Isaac Lowe, Jason Quigley, Andy Lee. You got Johnny Ward who was here today. So it's a great team and a great environment to be in. And when you look over at the other person working hard, you want to work hard yourself, and everyone's pushing each other. So it's always good to feed off that great energy.
Yeah.
Interesting to hear Andy say that the one fight you won't have is with Tyson Fury. Of course, we know what he's done and where he is in the game at the minute, but is that you're just too familiar now, you're too friendly, you just couldn't see that possibly happening? Because friends can box each other clearly. Obviously that happens all the time, but that's just a step too far then? I
feel like, listen, I always wanted to fight Tyson because I feel he's the best in the division, and I don't want to challenge myself against the best. But after hanging out and sort of we're like brothers now, it's like brothers. So, and I'm not even in his plans of fight. He's got a plan of fighting this person, that person, 2 or 3 fights and retire, and I respect that, And so I'll just go down my own route and fight the best fights that I can get and work on getting the title back.
You're on your own route, like you just said there. I think you've got a tough night December the 18th. You've seen first time. You come through Dereck. You can pick any fight in the heavyweight division. I'm guessing it's going to be for a title. Where'd you go?
Come past Dereck on December 18th. There's the.
You'll be in a great position because you'll be right at the front of the queue.
Yeah, there's the option of in the WBO I'm highly ranked, so there's the option of fighting Joe Joyce to become mandatory for the title. There's if the title does come available and they pick me to fight, then I'll take it in a heartbeat. Take it by fans, but. There's a lot of big fights to be made. There's also Dereck White. There's Dereck White. There's big fights.
There's some great fights.
There's some great fights to be made. I just want to be involved in the biggest fights and give it everything I have.
Dereck Chisora is next though, and you're doing it again. Listening to Dereck today, I suppose Dereck can be Dereck. You don't know where he's going to go. He goes off on tangents, but he was at first saying he wasn't excited about this fight, and it was quite hard to follow in a way. How excited are you to do this again?
The reason why I'm excited? Because I've been working on a lot of things that Andy's been teaching me, and I only showed snippets of what we've been working on in the first fight. Only snippets, only what I could show in the time that we had to work together. And now that we've had this longer time, I can feel the improvements and I can see the difference in myself as a fighter, not only style-wise but confidence and defense, working on this, working on that. So the exciting part for me is showing that to everyone else because I can see it myself and our team can see it. So that's the exciting part for me, and I'm excited to. This is the perfect opportunity to show that in the ring with someone I just finished fighting. 1st of May, December 18. So I have to show a lot more of a better fighter than I was back then.
Joe, we're going to see the best at Joseph Park on December the 18th. Wish you all the best, and it's great to see you again, mate.